Oh, hey, there you are. So, I love these little makeshift showers that happen. I'm currently standing in a, I'm going to call this, I'm probably about 2 feet wide. So I'm currently standing in, I call this maybe a 3.5 foot wide by, I could lay down maybe 7 foot long shower. And so it's interesting because when I first stopped doing my mini costs, I thought to myself, man, what could I do to still use my same skills and logistics and understanding things? And so I had actually come up with a product that was called, I'd come up with a product that was, I was going to call TADA, the Attainable Dreamers Association. And what I was going to do with TADA is I was going to bring inside of a 20-foot container, I was going to bring a product over, and that product basically was going to consist of the heart of the home. So everything that you would need, you'd order it, it'd show up onto your property, and then on your property you would then have everything you need. It'd have a little kitchen in there, it'd have your power to get your tools up and going, it'd have your water, it'd have your whole entire system set up, ready to get going, and then what you'd do is you'd place it and then you'd build it. So, a little bit different here. Up here at Stackwallin', and by the way, I'm down to my skivvies, but you can't see that, so it's okay. Anyways, up here at Stackwallin', I'm just gonna shower and get 2 things done at the same time. Is that all right? Up here at Stackwallin', woo! Ooh, that's pretty good. They've got this nice little thing I'll show you in a minute, but up here at Stackwallin', they are building 10,000 square feet. Okay, that's a big place. 10,000 square feet under one spread. And so, at 10,000 square feet under one spread, they need a little place to shower and everything else. Out behind this unit, I'll show you in a minute, they have their, so out back behind here, they have this trailer they've been staying on site and building the home now for a couple years. So, but at 10,000 square feet, that. Sometimes some friends have come out and helped out, learned a little bit as they go. And so, I love this makeshift shower, and it looks like we have an eco-temp behind us. And it's just hung on the wall, and it's a place where we can come after we've been working all day long, get us a nice quick shower, get the sweat off and everything else. Not much else. Not to worry about COVID up here off grid, that's for sure. So, but get some dirt off you, that type of thing, and then and utilize it. And so what's crazy is I was talking to Jeff, and I said, so how much of this will cost you? You know, he said, other than the wood, of course, it's gone up quite a bit. The little eco-temp behind us and to run the hosing and the water was only about 220 bucks. So pretty inexpensive overall to get a little setup. So really all you need is a container, your permits, the plan. Now you don't even have to go container, you can just go with a little RV, and you can get them for stunning cheap now because they're just used somebody's old RV or even maybe an old school bus, a schoolie, just a place to put a bed and live. Your plans, your permits, your process, you get all that put together in a good piece of property. And right now, maybe not in this market, but soon there's going to be a lot of for sale by owners. And I found this place called Land Flip, really cool little software, gives you the whole US. You can pull up Land Flip, you can buy a property that is a off-grid or an owner finance property. You could buy an owner finance property, and then you could put up some yurts, have some extra income, invite people come out to do your build with you, have a shower just like this, nice little enclosed spot, and build a build just like we are. So my whole show from my phone. Waist up. Just kidding. Anyway. So, we're gonna cover a bunch, you know. I'm learning a lot from Jeff up here. I gotta give it to his son, because I can imagine living with your dad for a couple of years through COVID would probably be pretty tough. Town pretty often, you know, from regular things and that type of stuff. And so I think it's pretty good, but, you know, Nick's a smart one. He's a programmer, does some gaming stuff, and I love talking to the kid. He's super smart, and I'm pretty big into the game side of it as well. And so, but it's pretty cool that they've gotten up here off grid and are able to enjoy that. My father died when I was 9, and so from a car accident, and I wish that I would have had the time or opportunity to get out and do something like this, and to, you know, design a plan and a build, preferably with trees, and go up the first season, cut all my trees down so that they can start to dry out for the season, and then, you know, build a cordwood type project. I mean, what's crazy is about 10 years ago, there's a group that's pretty big at this, and about 10 years ago, they built one of these at $25 a square foot. And so if you think about it, I mean, if you have the materials and all the stuff right on site of where you're gonna build, why can't you build it like they did back then? And so maybe a good second home opportunity or something like that, and then get out and do something with your family that they enjoy. It's pretty sad that these days there isn't a scouting anymore. There's not those programs. And so, you know, all the things that we used to be able to do to get our kids out and active, they don't exist anymore. And so the number one thing that I worry about is, like, as soon as I turned 15, I had 2 friends that committed suicide, which is terrible. And I'm not trying to promote that by any means, but what are you doing to make sure that your kids are active and they're doing something, they're gaining a conscience? Man, they're so smart, your kids. And so it's like, and now we got to think even younger these days. And so, you know, at 10, 12 years old, what do you do? And so, you know, I just think to myself that what Jeff is doing here is pretty amazing, quite honestly, that he's doing something like this. And, you know, there's that type of opportunity. And so my thoughts are, come up here, help them build out this show and this process, and, you know, getting some people out here that could do the market with them. And, you know, I'm not going to go so bold to say I'm going to replace scouting by any means, but if I could help give people ideas maybe to, you know, how am I going to hang out with my kids? I don't know anything about them, and how am I going to, you know, connect with them, or that type of thing. If I can give some ideas that help, and maybe it's, you know, as simple as building the family cabin that's going to be, you know, passed down for decades and leaves a legacy for somebody, then great, you know, that's what I would rather do. And so we all have a choice right now whether we want to be at work or the office, or we want to leave. I heard something like 4 out of 10 people, if it's really that high, currently say they would leave their job and work somewhere else. We're in a different world, a far different world. And so I've got 5-bar signal up here. You know, if I was remote, why not live that way? Why not live that way, build out a passion that you have, and, you know, go off grid. So anyways, everybody have a good one.